What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So we are back on the vlogs today. I'm actually just on my way to the gym at the moment, and it's about 6:30 in Dubai, and we're gonna hit up a session. So the last time that I did a vlog, a little bit of an update, I was about to do a photo shoot, like a little bit of a mini photo shoot. We ran a peak week, and that shoot has now been done, and it went really well. I was really pleased with it. Nice, short and sweet prep for that shoot. I kind of somewhat stay in, lean shoe condition most of the year, so I didn't really have to do a huge amount. It was just maybe some strict dieting for about 4 to 5 weeks in total. Kind of leaned out pretty well, and now we're very much in the performance phase. So I'm going to run you guys through now what the new goal is, what we're working towards, what the training is gearing towards now, what is the new focus, because as soon as that shoot was done, I was already straight into a new style of training and a new phase. So that's pretty much what today's video is going to be about, and what I'm going to show you is what a typical kind of training day looks like now for this new kind of phase in this new split. So we're about to go get a session now. It's about 6:45 in Dubai. As you can see, it's already absolutely boiling. So the weather right now in Dubai is pretty much unbearable in my opinion. We're coming towards the end of June now, so it is Dubai summer. You're looking at like 40 degrees, even this time it's like 30, 35. So it's really, really hot, and it's made training so difficult. So I'm really looking forward to getting out of Dubai now. It's kind of past its best. Dubai just starts to wear off after a while. You got to go out and then you come back and you appreciate it again. So this is literally my last week in Dubai now. I'm off to Thailand this weekend. I'm going to go get a session in now. I think we've got like upper and then obviously a lot of conditioning working now just based off the new goal. So I'm going to reveal the new goal later on. I'm going to talk to you guys about what that looks like. But we're going to get to the gym, get a few clips, and I'll catch you when I'm there. So that is the workout wrapped up, guys. I've managed to get a little bit of footage there, but it's always more difficult when you're training on your own. But a mix today, we got a lot of that body, and then we got some conditioning stuff as well, sled work, ski, road, all the fun stuff. So feeling pretty tired. The worst thing about doing this workout is when the sled is outside and you have to challenge the Dubai heat. But I mean, I tried to get here as early as I could, really, with getting some food down as well to fuel. So worry about. Got outside probably about 8 o'clock and it's still absolutely roasting, but we get it done. Sled work wasn't actually too bad today. It was worse yesterday. It was kind of manageable, but I want to workout done. I'm going to go back home, I'm going to refuel. I'll show you guys what I have at the moment for meal one, and I'm going to talk you through exactly what the kind of goal is over this next 6 months or so, and a little bit about this next phase.
Yes guys, so I just wanted to kind of finish off the video a little bit with actually explaining a little bit about what this next phase is looking like and what the goal is going to be for us now. So me and Matt have entered the Hyrox at the end of the year in Stockholm on the 8th of December. So we've got a long time to prepare for it, but that's literally bang on what we've done as soon as we finished our photo shoot, which was about last weekend, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of already had decided that this was what we were going to do. And sometimes I think if you set a goal straight after you finish something like a shoot, it does help you feel a lot more motivated. We always bang on about performance phases with our clients because that's kind of the next route for them, typically after they've got lean for the first time. And that's basically what me and Matt are doing now. I suppose it's a slightly different variation, quite the opposite actually. Yeah. We're looking to pretty much maintain our current level of muscle mass, but just get super fit, like really try and get as fit as we can over this next 6 months with the style of training that we're doing. So what I want to do is just basically break down what our kind of strategy looks like at the moment. It's still obviously quite raw, and it's potentially going to change a lot over the next few months. But this is kind of typically what our training plan is starting to look like at the moment with the new phase that we've just entered in the last week or so. Now we have got a new coach, working with a guy that's done a lot of Hyroxes, very good times in terms of what me and Matt would like to aim for, who is basically going to lay this entire journey out for us. So me and Matt are entering as partners into the Hyrox as well. So obviously we'll be a team, which again gives us so much motivation and a lot of accountability to really drive each other. I mean, last week was our testing week, so we'll get onto this in a second, but last week was brutal, right, in terms of what we did.
Yeah.
So we basically had to find out or try and give a coach our kind of what our level of fitness is. He had no idea. So very, very intense week of training in terms of a lot of running, a lot of kind of conditioning based workouts. But on top of that, I think we've realized the heat is just completely unbearable when you're trying to do these level of workouts. We were doing a lot of our running workouts outside, which was just unbelievable. Like sweating so much, performance drops massively. So, but anyway, so what I wanted to kind of just run through is basically this is just kind of what our typically approach looks like and how it might differ like a little bit based off what we were doing before, kind of looking at more towards improving body composition and fat loss and getting lean, now towards kind of trying to improve performance, get fitter and get, well, not necessarily stronger, just more conditioned is probably the goal. Yeah, training wise, like typically we're doing about 3 to 4 strength sessions per week. So mainly looks like it's based off what compound exercise, isn't it? I mean, it's similar to stuff that you've maybe done previously at all in terms of like...
Sort of, yeah. I mean, it's more like, it tends to have like an element of like one leg compound exercise, one like push, one pull. It looks like the workouts are structured kind of around that, and then obviously with a sort of a bit of like isometric stuff in there as well, and then kind of the workouts finishing with like some functional stuff, some like conditioning. So so it's been good. They've been tough workouts. We're having a bit of an issue with the gym that we're training at the moment is it doesn't really cater too well towards what we're trying to do in terms of this more hybrid approach, and being on the marina as well, there's not actually as many gyms as we thought around here. Where Dubai's just super hot now as well, it's difficult to get out and try and find somewhere. So we're kind of just sucking it up at the moment and getting through it. And then the conditioning, like Matt said, so it's kind of around the same as the weight. So we're doing 3 to 4 strength-based sessions per week. Mainly looks like it's kind of compound movements, which is obviously less machines than what we were doing before. And then conditioning workouts, which is typically like rows, skis, a lot of sled pushes, a lot of sled pulls. Like they're pretty much the exercises for Hyrox, aren't they? So it's a lot of the kind of work that we would be doing there to try and improve on that aspect of things. And then it looks like as well, with about 3 runs per week is typically what we're doing. And some of these will be kind of brought into the workouts as well. It's a lot of compromised training. A lot of the training is geared around like pre-fatiguing your legs and stuff, and then getting you to do like runs after. 100%. Because obviously that's the element of the thing, isn't it? You got like strength exercises mixed in with runs, so that's what a lot of the training is geared around. There's a lot of like lunges, a lot of like squats, sled pulls to try and fatigue your legs, and then supersetting that straight into like runs just to get you used to running. Because like, you know, people can run 8k, can't they, like quick, but try running 8k when you've done whatever.
It's sled push. Yeah, exactly that, 100%.
So it's just a completely different style of training.
Like when we did the burpees last week as a test, 10 burpees before going into a 1k run, and it's like it's completely different. Like you're so fatigued, you feel everything seems to be a lot harder. So that's what the training typically looks like. It is really intense, so that's what we'll be doing over the next few months. Only kind of caveat is me and Matt are off to Thailand this weekend for a month, so you'll see a lot of footage of probably us in Thailand doing lots of various different things, but we're not too sure how we're going to go about the training out there. We probably won't be able to train really specifically for this out there for at least a month, but we are looking to do a lot of Muay Thai and change up the level of conditioning work that we're doing. So anyway, onto the nutritional aspect of things. So it's kind of meant that we've jumped our calories up a lot in the past week from after coming off the back of the photo shoot prep. I mean, I'm probably consuming about 4,000 calories on my training days typically. I'm thinking you're the same pretty much? Or
no, a bit lower,
less,
less. About sort of 3 to 3.5.
Yeah, so Matt seems
I'll be honest, I'm not really tracking that meticulously. I'm kind of just eating. If I'm hungry and I feel like I'm low on energy, I'm eating more. If I feel like I'm full, I'm just trying to get used to. I try to move away from the tracking a bit sometimes, which I know it's a bit contrary to what I say to clients. But at the end of the day, I've been tracking for years, so I kind of know a little bit more about my body. But I sometimes think that, you know, it's just you just got to get used to sometimes actually fueling. It's a bit of a different approach. You're looking to put good quality fuel, and fueling for performance is different. So when you're obviously looking to drop body fat, you kind of get quite attuned to your body. So
yeah, no, I've been the same. I mean, my appetite has been super high pretty much ever since I come off that shoot prep, like really high. Like I'm eating a lot of the time 4,000 calories pretty comfortably, but my weight is only very slightly up from my shoot weight, like literally a kilo or two. So it just goes to show that you can get away with eating more food, but I think when the output is really high, you are able to obviously do that. So I'm still controlling it. I'm not, like the quality of the food that me and Matt eat is really, really good.
Yeah.
Like we really
that's the key.
Carbs.
Because if you eat quality food, in a sense, it's hard to overeat because it's so fibrous and it's so full of like, you get so much volume. Like when you eat, we absolutely smash fruit and veg.
Yeah,
like you look in our freezer, it's like the
Yeah.
door's just full of fruit and veg. Sweet potatoes, rice. We're not eating shit, so it's like it's difficult. You actually would find it hard to overeat on the kind of foods we're eating.
I mean, a lot of protein as well, which fills us up. Yeah. So even though it's a lot of calories, well, for me personally, it's quite a lot of calories, but where the quality of the food is so good, it has been okay to do. So that's typically what nutrition looks like. And then on my rest days, I typically will meal straight away. So just don't need as many carbs. I often fast on rest days still. So I'll often maybe eat my first meal at around 12 to 2 p.m, something like that. Whereas on my training days now, I just don't feel like fasting works anymore. Typically a lot of the training me and Matt are doing is in the morning as well to try and help with the heat. After we've got back from a running workout, we're absolutely like smashed. We're not gonna fast for like 3 or 4 hours and we'll eat and this is the thing, like your nutritional approach is going to change based off your goal. For fat loss, fasting is great. When you come into this kind of thing, like you need fuel, you need to be eating probably more regularly. You need to get the carbs in as well, which brings us on to the next point. The carbs are a lot higher than what they were personally for me anyway when I was during this fat loss phase. I only really ate carbs in my last meal of the day pretty much during the fat loss phase, whereas now I'm eating carbs pretty much every single meal, and they've just got skyrocketed massively because the need for them now is massive, right? It's like you were fueling sometimes 2 workouts a day, intense cardio.
They're all glycogen-based workouts.
Exactly that. All glycogen-based workouts. It's not like low intensity stuff. It's like zone 3, zone 4, really glycotic workouts. So like the carb element is important. I don't think you could go through this kind of prep on keto. Not effectively, no. So the performance aspect is massive. I'm still eating a lot of good quality fats as well. I'm not taking those out of my diet, but just definitely started to increase carbohydrate intake a lot. And I feel a lot better from doing that as well. And spreading it out throughout the day as well. I feel like then I'm not maybe eating quite sort of big meals all in one go and feeling sometimes a little bit sluggish. And then it brings us on to our last point. So the last kind of thing that we're, I suppose, considering at the moment is just supplementation. So realistically, the supplements that we are taking haven't massively changed from when we were in our fat loss phase and our recomposition phase, but I suppose like it's somewhat a little bit. I mean, electrolytes are probably more needed now, I guess, from what they were before. Because we're obviously sweating a lot more, losing a lot more salt than what we were previously, and obviously we're trying to like improve performance as much as possible. So absolutely essential, especially if you live in a hot climate and especially if your workouts are very intense. Really, really good supplement to take. The second is creatine. So I've pretty much consistently been taking that, but creatine obviously does aid performance in terms of being able to improve strength gains in the gym. I don't know if there's like a massive benefit with the cardio based workouts. I think if they're not with what we're doing, maybe around where we're doing cardio for more than like 20-30 minutes. I think if you're doing like really short, sharp
sprinting,
where it's like creating like phosphate,
it's more explosive power, isn't
it? So like if you're doing like really quick movements, it's worth taking anyway. You started taking creatine again, haven't you? Yeah, so I definitely say that for any performance-based goal, creatine is going to be massively beneficial. Caffeine, this obviously is more of a like stimulant, it's more of an ergogenic aid, it's not necessarily a supplement unless you do take it in kind of pill form, but I wouldn't be able to function with a lot of these workouts without using caffeine 100%. I think you just have to be smart with caffeine, you don't want to absolutely abuse it.
No.
But around workouts, it's, in my opinion, it makes a massive difference in terms of training. Like a lot of these running workouts without caffeine, you probably would have struggled. What you typically have is it more coffees, or do you have any other like supplements and stuff with your
barely
coffees?
Just pretty much coffee. Occasionally I'll have a pre-workout or an energy drink if I'm really feeling drained, but 9 times out of 10 I'll just drink black coffee. Pretty much the same as me, really. Occasionally get an energy drink for feeling it, especially in the heat, but normally it's black coffee. And then the last one is whey protein. So again, this is not really massive change. Like me and Matt have been taking whey protein for a while. We always experiment and try and get some like different flavors, different brands. I mean, we never ever have whey protein as like a shake, really, do we? Not really.
It's very rare. We use whey protein to flavor foods. So oats, yogurt, you have protein pancakes quite a lot. So like we use it as a way of making food taste a lot better, and it works incredibly incredibly well for that. I've probably started using more whey recently than what I was using when I was in my fat loss phase, mainly just because calories are a little bit higher, and I've bought things like oats back in there as well, which makes a massive difference.
I'm actually the opposite. I'm actually using it less.
Oh, right.
Because I just find that when a lot of like carbohydrates and other stuff have like protein as a byproduct. So like when you increase the serving sizes of rice, when you increase the serving sizes of oats, pasta, you actually increase your protein intake as well, because a lot of those foods contain protein as a secondary macronutrient.
Yeah.
So I found that where I've been increasing volumes of other food, my protein macros have actually been increasing more, so I don't need so much whey. That's what I found. So yeah.
But I think it definitely helps. I like whey's not essential, but there's a way of getting in more protein in your diet, a quick digesting way of protein, and also making food taste a lot better.
Yeah.
We've always seen a massive benefit to taking it. And then we're taking our just normal supplementation, things that we probably discussed previously, obviously multivitamins, omega-3, vitamin D, stuff like that, some stuff before we go to sleep, and of course stuff like sleep is again super important. Could have probably done another category on that, but then there wouldn't be a massive amount to talk about from that. So anyway, that is a bit of a breakdown typically of what we're doing at the moment, and just kind of looking into the next goal. We will obviously try and document a lot over this next few months, probably closer to when we get to that event, maybe like from around the 12-week mark. There'll be a lot more kind of content probably geared towards that, but we wanted to start early. We wanted to set a goal early. We didn't want to be kind of, coming off the back of a shoot prep and not really knowing what direction we were going in. With the summer as well can be a bit dangerous. Sometimes you can lose track. So we decided that's our next route. We've both always been fit, we've both liked and enjoyed our running, but me and Matt feel like we have the advantage somewhat because like we're good at running based on the average person, but we're also strong, we're in good shape, we've been lifting weights for years, so we should be able to tackle a lot of these events well, whilst also running good splits across the 8K too. So we're excited. We don't really have too much of an expectation. I mean, what we're going, we want to do well.
Yeah.
It's like, be realistic. We're very like both extremely competitive people, so we're not just going to go to make the numbers up. We want to do well and see what we can achieve, and
just give it the best.
Give it the best that we can. So anyway, guys, I'm going to cut the video off here. So I hope you found today's video useful. Back to the kind of vlog style, so be a bit more of this over the next few months, especially going into Thailand next month. If you have liked the video, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe for future videos, and I'll catch you in the next video.